We're live.
And we went.
Is this the musical episode?
Sure.
I hope so.
I don't know any songs, so you guys will have to go on without me.
I'd like to avoid any kinds of music.
Yes. We get in trouble for that shit.
Well, I do believe Shannon knows all the words to Fiddler on the Roof, though.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the song "The Day the Music Died" by Don McLean?
What day was that?
It was actually the day that JFK was assassinated.
Oh, I thought it was when the plane went down.
But that's like, honestly, I used to really hate that song. Now it makes me want to put my head through a window.
The only reason that I liked that song was because it was 6 minutes long, and that was a good bathroom break.
I know,
break. So,
right?
Well, go to the bathroom.
Try being sober in a piano bar and hearing it twice a night on Fridays and Saturdays.
It's nothing. I had a drunken discussion with somebody last night where I had to explain how BMI and ASCAP works. You know what I'm talking about, Lee, right?
Yes.
I know what you're talking about because they tried to sue Burt's.
Yeah, that's right. I was explaining how they would send these guys to a friend of mine, Dirty Kyle, used to do it, and they would send them to bars and stores.
His name.
He earned his name, trust me. And he would go into bars and places like Burt's and say, "Hey, nice bar you got here. Be a shame if we sued you."
Right.
You know.
It was BMI,
ASCAP and CSAC.
Yeah.
What are
CSAC.
things?
These are licensing groups. These
It's music cops.
Yeah, music cops.
I want to be a music cop. I want to ruin fun at parties.
You don't. You
Oh,
would
see,
fucking.
you're just not. You're not that person, Rebecca Frost.
I'm not. I'm a rule breaker.
Whenever licensed music is played in public, the songwriter has to get paid, and the songwriters use organizations like CSAC and ASCAP to get their money. Nowadays, when radio stations play songs, it's done automatically, with the computer. In the old days, we had logs that were like 2 weeks out of the year where you'd have to write down every song you played and every artist that played it.
And then your station manager would have to send all that stuff in, and then your station manager would be cranky, and everybody would be like, "Why's your station manager so cranky?" And he'd be like, "Because I had to do this thing."
Mm-hmm.
Mike Anderson just joined the chat because he heard us talking about music law.
Oh, that's what happened. Mike, we were talking about BMI, ASCAP, and CSAC. You know what we're
His
talking
ears
about.
were burning.
So
Is it still a thing? Are they still a thing?
Yeah.
All your senses are tingling.
So
As long as capitalism's around, people gonna try to get paid.
Yep.
I remember for a while at Burt's, of course Kevin didn't want to pay those guys.
Yeah.
So for a while he's like, well, you guys are just going to have to play the radio.
It
'cause
doesn't work that
change
way.
anything.
I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work. And
It doesn't work that way.
And then he's like, you're only going to be able to play local bands and like bands that you booked. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, just fuck you, pal.
And that's and here's the thing is that radio pays much more to these groups than do Spotify. And they want to raise our rates again.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they do.
Might as well just do Spotify.
Let's just kill radio.
Sorry,
Let's
that
just
was
do
my
it.
Well, it's just driving more talk radio. It's making
Video
more.
already did that. Video already killed the radio.
But if you own a restaurant, you want to play Spotify in your restaurant because you don't want to have your competing restaurants' commercials playing over the commercial radio stations. You have to pay so much more for a commercial Spotify license, because they're not paying the artists more. They're just getting more money.
No, they're just getting
even
more
if
money.
you have just like a personal Spotify account and you plug it into the restaurant speakers,
You're playing it in public at a business.
Yeah. Like when you go by Costco and then you go by the tire station and they're all blasting Eminem illegally.
what Costco are you going to?
The cool one that plays Eminem.
When you when you go to the grocery store and you hear Elvis Costello, they paid for that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I've been hearing my oldies. I've been hearing, I heard Backstreet Boys the other day.
Oh, dude, the first time I heard the Ramones in a grocery store, I was like, well, that's it. It's over.
It's
Yeah,
over.
It was weird going to like the downtown Smiths a couple weeks back, and Cool for Cats was on. I was like, there are no Cool for Cats fans in this store. So
I remember hearing Nirvana in Albertsons.
yeah,
Thinking,
Yep, there it goes.
all right.
Well, I remember when Lou Reed he had no money and he had to do a Honda scooter ad. And so there's
Can we play
Lou Reed sitting on this red scooter.
Oh,
you know?
God, I remember that.
Do we
And
have
I'm like,
that? Oh,
We
damn it.
we should have that somewhere. Yeah.
Lou Reed.
Oh, it was so sad. It was just like, and he admitted, he said, I did it for the money. I don't have any money.
I wouldn't be
That's
ashamed
I'll
of
be
that.
right back.
That's why
Yeah, that's
I
money.
don't. That's
Hurry.
why I don't want to be famous. Is because like I see like Jennifer Garner has to do ads for yogurt, and I'm like, I don't want that to be me. I don't want to have to like do ads for Chase Bank.
I'll do
But
it.
then there are some people like Shaquille O'Neal who are rich already,
Yeah.
and they do it to get more rich.
Exactly. Or they like the product enough that they want to put their name behind it.
He has a show on a sports channel, and it had a very good name. I saw it at Bohemian.
He is a really funny guy. If you just like
Okay.
listen to conversations he has with
see,
people, he's pretty
Shaq's-
funny.
Shaq talk show.
Shaq talk show?
Oh, well, I don't know.
It was a talk show, though.
Oh, maybe sports.
Sports talk show.
if I could program a talk show with Shaquille O'Neal, I'd call it the Yak Shack with Shaq.
I want to start a podcast with a bunch of awkward people who are bad
You're
at
already
talking
on
together.
one.
No, listen, let me finish my joke. And then we only talk about the OC. And so I want to call it Welcome to Awk Awk Talk.
Well, I'd like to welcome Moose to the podcast.
Hi, Moose.
Hi,
Hi,
Moose.
Moosey baby.
Hi, Moose baby.
Moose.
Moose, you're facing the wrong way, baby. No, you're a star, baby. You got to turn around, face the camera, buddy.
Moose, honey.
So we're trying to do a show.
Moose.
If I could teach Moose to speak, I'd teach him to say, stay out of Riverdale. That's all I'd teach him to say. Because Moose. All right.
Right. Right. Yeah, then, I think they killed Moose on Riverdale.
Did they?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Riverdale's doing a lot of stuff, okay?
Are they still
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
They just had their
What?
finale. They just had a finale for the season.
they had to jump forward like
And-
7 years because everybody was too old to play high school.
Well, no, but the
too
season
old,
ended.
yeah.
They flashed back. Now they're back in the 50s as their parents, I think. But the Riverdale season finale had one of the best Jean Grey, Scarlet Witch, Phoenix moments, where lesbianism saves the world.
I've
Where
always
Cheryl-
felt that it would.
Cheryl Blossom gets all of the powers, and she melts an ice meteor that's going to destroy Riverdale, just Riverdale.
There's people with powers in Riverdale?
They have powers now.
They had
Well-
their superhero season.
They're superheroes.
Because
Like in the
that-
comics.
that's
no, but
in
it's
the
okay
comics.
because
Yeah.
Cheryl, spoiler alert, took all of the powers. Cheryl took all of their powers
pulled a
in
rogue?
order. Yeah, I'm telling you, she had the best Jean Grey, Rogue, Scarlet Witch moment. She rises up like a phoenix and laser hand blasts the ice meteor.
So the one actress that I would cast as Jean Grey right now got to have her own demo reel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Almost you convinced me to watch Riverdale.
No, it's not worth it.
it's
I
not
Okay.
good.
No.
This is me telling you based off a podcast I listened to.
Oh.
I haven't even watched this show.
like my youngest kid who grudge watches it gave up on it this season. So
That's how I feel about The Flash.
Oh, well, I got some news for you about Lois and Clark coming up. So
Oh, well, maybe we
Excellent.
should start the show.
Superman and Lois.
you want me to push the button, Kerry?
Superman,
Superman?
plural.
No, MUHN.
I got
Superman.
excited.
Shall we begin?
All right, push
Is,
the button.
is everyone ready? Jay, you there? And everyone okay? All right, let's go.
GeekshowPodcast.com.
Boom. There we go.
Boom.
Hi, everybody.
Boom.
How is everyone?
Hi.
I don't know how I feel about getting second billing on the intro.
Well, you have to deal with it.
Deal with it.
I don't think Lee wants to make it again.
No,
You'll always be second billing in my book. Everyone, Rebecca Frost.
Oh, no, and first to be
I'm kidding.
introduced.
All the pressure.
YouGhostRebecca.com.
Yes, follow her on the Twitter. She's hilarious.
Did I just say YouGhostRebecca.com? Don't go
Yes,
there.
you did.
Or do.
Don't.
Let's find
No.
out.
That is you.
You.
How many W's?
Just one.
Just one? You gross Rebecca.
Oh,
Shannon,
It's
yeah?
available.
you better get it. You better buy that up right now.
Better
We're
snap
here in
that
front of
up.
everyone.
Snap it up.
In front of God and everybody.
Yes, Shannon Barneson, everyone.
Yay.
Shannon Barneson on most stuff. Geek Show Shannon on other things. And pay attention to my social medias for information about the imminent return of the Big Shiny Geek Show pub quiz.
It is happening then.
Coming soon.
That's exciting.
Bigger and better.
Oh, good. Good. Oh, excuse me. All right, never mind. Can't reach this thing over here. Let's see. Looks like Jay's still having. Are you still testing your equipment, Jay? Jay Whittaker, everybody.
I think I'm here. Am I here?
Hey.
He's here.
It's here.
There
Am I
he is.
low?
A little
Am
bit.
I low?
Maybe a
All right,
little
I'll
bit.
turn-
Maybe
I'll
bring
turn
just
up.
a
I'll turn
little
up.
bit.
I'll turn up. I'll
Turn up a little
All right, there we go.
I got
What's
to hug Jay yesterday.
It was so
what?
good. Yeah. We hugged.
He came down to see me at Wake.
Aw.
Wait. Yeah.
At Wake to
Aw.
talk about his shows, which are
That's
happening
good.
all this weekend here in Utah.
Yeah. Hey, if by the time people listen to this, the show's probably was over. Thanks to anybody.
And it was
thanks to
great.
anybody. Yeah. Thanks to anybody that showed up. Thanks to people that support. And don't ask to get on the fucking guest list. I've been ignoring like 50 texts, and it's great. That shit is reserved for family. Like if we family, if you know my middle name respectfully, that shit. Yeah. All
Reginald.
y'all know it. Yeah, it's Reginald. It's Black Baltazar.
Guys, even I bought tickets. Like, support my friend Jay.
Yes.
Well, anyways, but I just appreciate the love. It's good to be back.
But if you're watching this live, and you might be, Jay Whittaker at Wise Guys Sunday night recording a special.
Yeah, there you go. I love everybody. It's good to be back home, kind of. All right.
Woohoo.
At It's Jay Whittaker. That's where you follow him. Lee George Cade, everyone, who has the tiniest baby Yoda you'll ever see.
It's little.
That is
His name is Grogu.
Tiniest baby
He's
Grogu.
so little. He's littler than my pinky finger.
wow, that's little.
What are you
Yeah,
gonna do
he's very
with
little.
it?
He goes in this little spaceship.
Cute,
Oh,
He goes with this little Dinjarin. See.
adorable.
Yeah, so I spent entirely too much money on spaceships this week, but it's all content.
real spaceships or online spaceships?
Yeah. Are you the new Jeff Bezos?
Spaceships.
No, I stopped buying digital spaceships to buy real spaceships this week. Next week it'll probably be digital spaceships again. Boy, oh boy, did we spill a bunch of content onto the Geek Show YouTube channel this week. So if you are not subscribed,
Say it like
please.
that.
Well, did we release a bunch of Geek Show content onto YouTube this week? So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, because we have two new weekly regular features coming to that channel, and we'll talk about that later.
All right, well, might as well talk about it now. I mean,
Okay, so we've got
Okay.
why wait?
Yeah.
I can't wait. I want to know.
we got a Geek Show Spooky Time Club, which launched this week with Rebecca and I, and we talked about Guillermo del Toro's new trailer for Cabinet of Curiosities, and we have a homework assignment that we're completing this weekend for the next show. So let's just say it's a double feature.
Nice.
And
All right.
then Geek Show Tabletop also took off this week. It just went early because Wizards of the Coast didn't listen to me when I said, please wait till Wednesday to talk about one D&D.
Man.
But yeah,
All right.
it's all on the YouTube channel, and we've got great big things coming for our Patreon supporters. So just stay tuned for all of it, because we're just getting started.
The Patreon is geekshowgotthiscovered.com. That's the link. That'll get you
Absolutely.
there, because nobody can spell Patreon except for Quad T, Too Tall Tony.
Hey. PATRLMNOP.
Is that how you did
Mouse.
spelling bees in that case? In that
Yes.
cadence, exactly.
Yeah.
Spell your name in the way you do spelling bees.
My name?
Yeah,
QUADTTONY.
Oh, good, honey. Good for you.
Thank
Good.
you. Yay.
We'll put it on the fridge.
I couldn't tell if that was lag or just you spelling
No,
slowly.
no. That was me thinking, what comes after A? And this is what was going on in my head.
The prompt for Tony's bit was William Shatner in a spelling bee.
Yeah. Hey, check me out on Twitter at QuadTTony. I just spelled it for you, so you should know what it is.
Your
Or on
word
the Gadget
is
Spot
wah.
podcast. Ooh.
Here's
W.
that cricket again.
AAHAA.
And
Our hostess with the mostest, Mr. Kerry Jackson.
Hi,
Hello.
everyone. Monday through Friday,
He gives
6
the
to
greatest
10.
hugs.
X96.com. Also at RFHKERRY. Geek Show is the Twitter for breaking news during the week, and yeah, all that. Okay. The big news, the big story. Everyone right here. They're all.
I learned last time not to.
They're all talking about this. It's all over Geek Twitter.
That's a really good Tina impression.
It really
not
is
me.
good.
I thought it was Tony's sound box.
No.
every time they say it's wrong.
Well, aren't you excited? I mean, because they're making movies out of Disneyland rides,
Oh,
And-
God damn it.
and we're finally going to get the origin of the goat that eats dynamite.
Yeah, that's the best goat.
Big Thunder Mountain, the movie.
Get all the
if-
way the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be that guy because that Jungle Cruise movie was a lot of fun.
It
I
was.
I have to
was
say
fine.
it was.
Yeah.
It
No,
was
I
all
didn't
right.
say it was great. I said it was a lot of fun.
7 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But now I know that it sounds stupid, but I'm looking at the people behind it, and it might actually be good because Bert and Bertie are directing.
Is that Bert and Bertie?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
that
wow.
Yep.
Sure,
Yes,
as far as
it's
you
two
know, it is.
women.
Cool.
Two women.
They did half
They
the.
have-
They did half the Hawkeye.
I
Yeah,
was gonna
Oh,
say
nice.
Did all the
So
they did
they're-
a bunch of the Hawkeyes.
and they're also not just half the Hawkeyes; they're responsible for that one-shot car chase
Oh.
in Hawkeye.
Okay, I'm in.
They were
All right,
responsible for
I'm
the
in.
good part of Hawkeye.
Yeah, that was cool.
They
It
they've
was
also
all good.
they've also directed episodes of Our Flag Means Death and The Great, which Rebecca and I enjoy.
Oh baby.
And so this might be good. This might be good. It's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
So
What
I
ride-
just.
What ride do you guys want to see?
Well, I just trying to figure out what the Rock's gonna do on the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Oh,
He's gonna fight it. He's gonna
be
fight
the
it.
Rock, isn't it?
he will punch it.
Yeah.
He will
gonna be
punch
The
the train.
Rock.
I'll tell you what, I'm tired of waiting for this Rudy Poo candy ass train.
Goat.
Video game developers
that's
are
pretty
making
good,
a
Lee.
lot of. They're making a lot of games based on random characters. Pretty soon there will be a Smash-like Rock game. You watch.
Oh, yeah,
all the
sure.
Where it's
characters
all
that
of
the Rock
the
have
Rock's
played
characters.
will
And
fight
you know,
each other. in a
while we're
video
talking
game.
about smashing likes,
Oh my gosh.
Wait. Oh, I don't have.
Capitalism never rests.
Do it. Do it. Like this video. All right.
I like it.
So
I just want Bert. Huh?
I was just gonna say I'm disappointed because usually these super important stories are usually Shannon bait, and I thought for sure it was going to be the announcement that I'm very excited about.
What's that?
The Fall Guy movie is finally happening.
Well, I thought about bringing it up, but
Yeah, The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling
Okay.
and
Can't he do?
and Emily Blunt.
Is that
So-
real?
It is
they're
real.
gonna have to change the theme song because no one knows who Farrah is.
I
don't even
even
know what
kissed
we're talking
Farrah.
about.
It was a Lee Majors TV show that Shannon watched.
The line went.
Lots of people watched it.
I ain't one to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah.
Oh no. It is real.
It is real. Yes, it is. Oh no, it is real.
I just want to know who's going to play Howie. His
There's
hapless,
characters
his
in
hapless
this game?
cut.
No.
Game?
This isn't a game. This is a TV show.
It's a
turned
TV
into a
show.
movie, apparently.
Oh,
This
now
is
the
not
Fall
a
Guy.
game.
The Fall Guy would make a great video game.
Sure it would. All right.
I'm thinking
Let's.
Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of something different. Let's move on to actually the big story that everyone is talking about this week is this a secret episode of Sandman, not so secret, that just dropped. We're not going to spoil it here.
Oh, man.
We'll do a deep dive on Sandman coming up on our Patreon, and we'll talk about it at length there.
Gaiman played us Thursday night.
He did.
On Twitter, he came out and he said, I really wish, if anything, that we could have had at least a little more content for season 1. And then Friday morning is like, oh, look.
What a surprise! And it's not like it's leftover stuff.
No.
I mean, this is some really cool thing. It's the 11th episode of the Sandman series. It adapts 2 standalone issues of the Dream Country graphic novel,
Yep.
Night of a Thousand Cats and Calliope.
Night of a Thousand Cats was the issue of a comic book that I bought more than any comic book to try to get people who didn't read comic books to read comic books.
Really?
Yes.
Books.
It's about a cat who seeks out Lord Morpheus, who in this particular tale is technically a sand cat, because cats do dream, while the other is about an author who captures a literal muse. And is one of the ancient Greek goddesses who are said to inspire all forms of art as his figurative muse.
They're both fantastic.
I have
And-
a question.
Yes.
I have not seen the series at all. Can I just watch the cat one?
Oh, yeah, for
Sure.
sure.
Okay.
It's episode 11, and
I
yeah.
watched it
You
this
could-
morning. It's
you
about,
could-
what is it, 15, 20 minutes long?
Yeah, and it's fully animated and gorgeous. And
really cool.
also, I would say you could watch probably all but 3 episodes of Sandman without seeing anything else.
You know, Rebecca, I never read the comic, and so just jump in. It's enjoyable.
I have an unpopular opinion in that I don't like Neil Gaiman.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to watch the show, but
Okay.
I love cats. Right?
Well, there you go.
So
Well, there are a lot of celebrity cats in this as well, and a lot of other celebrities in the show. You've got Arthur Darvill and Derek Jacobi in the Calliope. Voices for cats include Michael Sheen and David Tennant. Also James McAvoy, Sandra Oh, and Neil Gaiman himself as the Crow Skullbird.
I knew I recognized his voice
so-
as the bird. And James McAvoy.
I'm on a Sandman break right now.
Are you?
It kicks me right in the grief.
That's
so hard, so often.
They went with
Yeah.
a fifth episode that may have been one of the most tension-filled, horrific things, and then
yeah.
2 episodes that just gut you.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta take a break.
I really enjoyed the show, the whole series.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not good. It's just
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to cry at a show for a little bit.
But if you
Yeah.
if you seriously, and we'll talk about it during our deep dive, if you want a master class on how to do horror on a budget, that 5th episode is it's one of the most horrifying things I've ever watched. And
It is wild.
I listened to this interview with Gaiman, and that was filmed like a play.
yep.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
So they
people
just did it, like,
never
all the way through,
all,
basically.
all the actors were there the whole time. If they were in the kitchen, if they were filming in the kitchen, the people that were out in the diner part were still there. They didn't like go to their trailer or anything. It's like full on through, and they rehearsed it, which I guess doesn't happen often for TV shows. They rehearsed it the day before,
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's why it was just wow. You know,
yeah. Really, really
All right. Now I need Tony and Shannon to weigh in on this.
I'm here.
Superman and Lois. So the kid that plays Jonathan Kent,
Yep.
Jordan
Why do you look like
Elas is his name.
That's just his face.
They were supposed to start shooting the next season in Vancouver, and he just didn't show up.
What?
is he
Yeah.
okay?
Where's Ezra Miller?
No.
Oh my God! Seriously, has anybody got eyes on Ezra Miller?
Apparently, he then notified the episode that he was leaving due to personal reasons.
leaving the show.
leaving the show, and so
okay.
the state. Well, let me get there. The statement from the studio is, "Good luck with that, but we're going to recast. We're not waiting."
Yeah.
There were some speculation about mental health issues, but what I'm finding out is that he was in fact an anti-vaxxer, and you can't enter Canada without the vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Well, that's kind of messed up because, I mean, he's a pretty big part of the show.
By the end of the last season, they really developed his character. And
Yeah, and it looked like they were
done
setting
a
him
lot
up for
with him.
some
Yeah. So
big stuff.
What a shame for his career, and I hope he finds a way to adjust for the industry he's decided to be part of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Watched Chris Pratt and thought I could do what Chris Pratt does.
So yeah, he's just not there, and they're going to recast and get shooting again.
It's actually
so.
pretty disappointing because he's pretty good.
he is. He's
Both the kids on that show are fantastic.
I thought so. Yeah.
Everyone on that show does a good job.
How old is he?
He's 29.
Oh, okay.
What?
He
No,
a grown ass man.
He's
I think
playing a
he's
youth.
I think he's barely 20.
He
don't
could
know.
be 12. I don't know. He's
But,
Oh my God! What's
He
his
just
name?
looks so undersized in this football uniform.
his name. His name is Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh, don't.
I wonder if they're going to write in the story why he looks different, or if they're just going to completely
I wouldn't.
gloss
Yeah,
over
just fuck it.
He
I
had
wouldn't.
he had a metamorpho accident.
Well, that's the thing is they could definitely write something probably to do with last
They don't need to do
season's
that.
Bizarro episode or Bizarro storyline that could.
No, they should just do what they did like in the 70s and 80s when somebody new just showed up on a soap opera.
Oh,
Playing
like
the
an Iron
they
Man.
go, the part of Jonathan Kent is now being played by this fucker right here.
Yeah.
He's 20.
Exactly.
This
or
boy's
they-
20 years old.
He's 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's just gone for an episode or two. When he comes back, he's like 25, and he just came back from military school. That's
All right.
the other.
I understand that you were on Extreme Makeover. Oh, there you go. He's gone. He's back from the show.
What do you think?
Just do what they did with War Machine and Iron Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's
Just
true.
do it.
Yep.
Don't even
Nobody gave a
address it.
shit.
Just do it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to, now you guys have already done probably a pretty deep dive on this, but I wanted to talk about it. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities.
Boy, did we, Rebecca? Did we go on a deep dive of this?
We dived. We dove.
It's on the YouTube channel if you look for it. But October 25th, just in time for Halloween, they will release it. It will be 2 episodes will be released daily up until the 28th, making it's an anthology.
How
Now
wonderful.
the first look trailer was just scenes from a bunch of different episodes, and Guillermo talking about it and saying that one of the interesting things to me is we're using practical effects wherever we can,
Very cool.
which is very Guillermo, isn't it? Cabinet of Curiosities, we set out to showcase the realities existing outside of our normal world, anomalies and curiosities. We handpicked and curated a group of stories and storytellers to deliver these tales, whether they come from outer space, supernatural lore, or within our own minds. But I'm looking at the list of people in these shows, and wow, huge casts, and I've got breakdowns of all the episodes here, and they just look fascinating. I don't want to give any of it away.
I just love that we're having a return to anthology horror stories.
Yeah.
Because that is I mean, I grew up on Night Gallery and Twilight Zone, right?
Yes.
So bring that back, and these directors we talk about in our deep dive. This directors list, we're talking about some amazing people, some really, really talented people.
Yeah, it's all on the YouTube there. Go look for it, and it's the Spooky Time Club. Is that what it's called?
It's
exactly what it's called.
Time Club.
Did I get it right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're getting shirts.
You should.
I'm wearing a shirt right now.
Mike, get on that. Let's get a shirt. But yeah, just huge cast, huge stars, incredible directors. There are breakdowns of the episodes online if you want. I'm not going to spoil them for you.
I just want to let it wash over me like a cool sludgy stream.
Yeah, it just looks great though.
Gross.
Just looks great. And we're going to take a look at the Wednesday trailer after these messages. We'll be right back.
Right, sorry about that, guys, earlier. Sorry.
What happened?
No, you're good.
I was going to ask where you stand, but we're live, so never mind.
Yeah,
No,
don't.
I
know.
Hotel. Yeah, I'm in a hotel. No, their Wi-Fi is just tricky, and so I just wanted to I had to double check and make sure I called front desk, and I was like, I need my, excuse me, sir, I need my Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi. Why isn't the Wi-Fi working?
Shannon, you want to do 5 minutes at my show?
Me?
Yeah, dude.
Of what?
Come on, yeah.
Comedy.
Stand up.
Of what?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just trying to. Hey, you should be doing stand up. You should get that bag, bro. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing stopping you. I love you. I support you, bro. It's good to see you.
I got the time.
I believe you, bro. Seriously. Like I'm not gassing you right now. I'm
Well,
like,
you know what? I would probably have been down if you wouldn't have sprung it on me right now. I don't know if I
I know we'll talk about it later, but I'm just saying, like,
Well,
bro,
because Jay brought this up to me yesterday, and I said, I
Yeah.
remember a long time ago Shannon talked about maybe doing it.
Yeah.
we're not trying to, dog. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I am gonna be that friend that's like, hey, you're good at
Shannon,
this.
do you need
should
someone
do
to
it.
go to open mics with you? I have to get back into
Yeah.
comedy. I'm sad, so I have to do comedy again.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just saying, bro.
I made the big decision, to blow up my life so I could do some creative stuff.
blow
This would
it
be-
up. Blow it.
This would just be another explosion. Linda loves the idea of Shannon and Rebecca on stage.
I'm just saying.
It'd
I'd
be
have
like-
to open for Shannon though. I think people would like Shannon's stuff more than mine.
I'll just say this: once
Love
you
that
get 15
confidence.
to 20 minutes, you can get a bag any given night of the day. I will just say that. That is.
Why don't
money
they
and
give
no
you
problem.
money
Any given night of the day.
instead of a bag? I mean,
What's in the bag?
No, I have to plug in my laptop.
It's a funny bag.
What's in the bag?
Glitter and a clown nose and an arrow that goes through your head
What's in the box?
and a beanie with a propeller on it.
Yeah, my bad, Shannon. I just love.
No,
you,
no,
bro.
dude. I appreciate it. I just maybe next time.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not just something you get up and do. You got to,
Right.
You don't have 15 minutes of comedy ready for
mean, come on.
tomorrow
I
night
don't.
on a live
No, I
TV?
don't.
What the fuck,
Like,
man?
oh, I got a tight 15
I mean, if I
in my back pocket right here.
I guess I could
get
just
on
talk
up
about
there.
my life for the last month.
That's honestly what everybody does. That's what everybody does.
All right, let's continue then. And we're back. Okay, this was my friend Katie was very excited about this trailer. She was just thrilled. Wednesday Addams. The show is called Wednesday, and it's the first trailer from the Tim Burton directed Addams Family series based on Wednesday will be the star of the show. 2-minute teaser for it. Jenna Ortega plays Wednesday. Attempts to just adjust to her new school, Nevermore, the very same that her parents went to. After a bullying incident with her brother, she's at a different school, and apparently the football team picks on Pugsley. This upsets Wednesday, and so what does she do to the jocks that are also in the pool? She drops piranhas into the pool and sends them after the swim team.
It looks like one of the guys' genitals get bitten off.
Yep, castration via piranha.
So we also got a look at Morticia and Gomez, which Catherine Zeta-Jones and Luis Guzman.
Chef's
so good.
fucking kiss.
That's so good. That's perfect.
And it's funny because there were so many complaints about Luis Guzman, and we went, no, look at the comic book.
He looks
And I felt
like
for
The
the
original
first,
designs.
For the first time in my life, I had to go back and say, "Oh, tell me about 3 Charles Addams comics you've read." 'Cause obviously
You
don't.
had to do the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
You guys, want to hear an odd thing? So, I've been posting more memes to the Geek Show page.
Yes.
And it shows, how many people are reached. The most reach we've ever had is anything I've put up about the Addams Family.
Really? Wow.
Really. It's like...
It's beloved. It is beloved by a generation, those movies especially.
Well, I'm saying it's people defending the choice of Guzman.
Good.
5,000 people reach. I mean, it's honestly the biggest reach we've gotten
Wow.
for anything that we've ever posted.
If you think about it, there's a certain generation that grew up with the Addams Family, and it was Raul Julia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And before that, it was John Aston on the TV show. So they're used to this suave-looking Gomez. But, if you look at the original cartoons, he was
lumpy dope.
He was lumpy. He looked like Luis Guzman.
Yeah.
Ow, poor Luis Guzman. He was lumpy. He looked like Luis Guzman.
He was lumpy.
Well, come on.
But the co-showrunner is Miles Millar, the comic book guy.
Nice.
Says that this series will be its own thing. And that it would play like an 8-hour Tim Burton movie. To some people, that's a good thing.
Depends on the Tim Burton. Which Tim Burton's coming to work that day?
Right.
Yeah. I said that they're not trying to be the movies or the TV shows. This is our own thing. This is what it is. And so go take a look. Now, as Rebecca pointed out, we didn't see Uncle Fester anywhere in the trailer.
Is it Michael Chiklis?
And
Dang,
well,
that's a
even
good
if
casting.
you go to like the IMDb too, not listed anywhere.
See, that's why I think that he won't show up. Or Rebecca thought that maybe he'd just be kind of a fleeting presence or something.
Right, and no Lurch either.
And no Lurch either, yeah.
We saw pictures of Lurch, didn't we, Rebecca?
He's not listed in IMDb.
The guy
He's
who
not?
who,
Okay.
Well, who was?
Because we went through, we did, I'm going to sound like a broken record. We did a
yeah.
deep dive on this. It's on our YouTube channel. So we went through the casting. I didn't we see Hot Lurch? Or was that
I think it's
that wrong?
Hot Lurch. Hold on, I'm pulling
yeah,
it up.
because you got real excited about Hot Somebody.
I think it was like I was like Hot Lurch. Hold on.
Hot thing.
I just
Hot cousin it.
I really like the Frankensteining on Cousin It. It just,
On Thing?
When Tim Burton, on Thing, I get them screwed up sometimes.
It's easy.
Burton can be fantastic. He just sometimes needs someone to say, hey, Tim, back on track. Back on track,
Yeah.
my wife says it about me.
She calls
So
you
we're-
Tim?
Of course. So we're looking forward to that. Also, this is interesting. And Lee, are you going to be watching this Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power?
It's the Pope shit in the woods.
Oh,
September 2nd on Amazon.
I'm there.
And what we're going to get is, it looks like a long premiere with 2 episodes dropping at once. It will be September 2nd release dates. Oh, dropping at September 1st, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. So
7 o'clock here.
wherever you may be.
yes, it is Hot Lurch. I can confirm Hot Lurch.
Can confirm Hot Lurch.
Who is
Hot
it?
Lurch.
Lurch.
His name is George Bercia. There's not a lot of he doesn't have a picture up on IMDb. I had to do some searching, but
Yeah.
he's
Hot
hard to
Lurch.
look at, respectfully.
Right, yes.
There you go. Good job. Rebecca.
So I want to report on this show, Lee, because
You'll have it. You'll
you're
have
our
it.
Tolkien guy. So
I will be doing two different things on it. One will be more in depth for our Patreon people, and then another one that'll go out on our dare I say YouTube channel.
all right. Let's see.
Stupid question. Real quick.
Yeah.
Is this a prequel to the shit or like?
Yeah.
Is this a prequel to this shit?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it is very much a prequel to this shit. It's
Oh,
it's
Rings
about
of
the
Power,
rise.
yeah.
It's about the rise
Yeah.
of Sauron and basically the fall from grace of the Aenar. So yeah, it's gonna be good stuff.
Are the Targaryens gonna show up?
Yeah, they'll be there.
That's a
different show. That's
No,
that's
this is literally how they got chased out of Middle Earth.
Okay.
And it went across
Yeah.
the sea to Westeros.
you're thinking of Game of Thrones Really Bad Wigs, which is on HBO.
Tomorrow.
Directed by Tyler Perry.
Yes, exactly.
Or as I like to call it, why can't we stop raping people?
Or there's that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, people.
The Rapey Show. Here's something else that is happening over the coming weekends. On September 2nd, tickets will be on sale on the 23rd, so that'll
That's a
be
special day.
Tuesday. Spider-Man No Way Home, the extended edition.
This problematic ass
It is
movie.
August 2022, and we are still talking about No Way
Well,
Home.
there's a reason. There's a reason.
There's
because
always a reason.
if it makes another $100 million, it would be only the 6th movie in cinematic history to cross the $2 billion mark worldwide.
Wow.
So in order to do that, you give you 11 minutes of new footage.
All right. Well, I'm not going to help them, so I don't care.
So they're
Like
gonna.
a dollar,
So
that's like
they'll.
a dollar a
needs-
minute for new footage per ticket.
Yes.
So they're like, for 11 minutes, we're actually going to show you what those silhouettes at the end of the movie are, and not just hint at Rhino.
I don't think they'll even do that.
And they're like, they're going to show you. They're going to be like, obviously, it's not Paul Giamatti's Rhino, the best Rhino ever depicted in a Spider-Man
No.
movie.
Exactly.
No.
Hey, did you hear what I just
another
said?
Rhino?
Did
Was
you
there
hear what
another
I just
Rhino?
said? The best Rhino depicted in a Spider-Man movie.
Oh, okay. I guess you're right, huh?
Okay. But yeah,
This is
it's
the only one, huh?
it's going to be called Spider-Man No Way Home, the More Fun Stuff edition. So just be aware of it. 11 more
Jesus
minutes.
Christ.
Is it the one where like Miles Morales finally shows up?
Are we going to get a dating montage between Aunt May and Happy?
Now, I would like that.
Yeah.
I,
Barely pay a
I
dollar
want
a minute for that.
I want banter.
You
I
and
don't
me,
want more
and
action.
me,
I want
you.
more banter. You know?
The things we do, so happy together. And then they skip. And then
I
he
would
dies.
I
and
would
then she
love
dies.
that.
I hope it's just 11 minutes of Aunt May dying.
I would
I was
I
gonna
would
say, I hope it's all just Willem Dafoe talking to himself.
Oh, but
I
do
would
it,
pay for that.
That would be
do it,
thrilling,
do
yeah.
it
Okay, I'll pay for
comedically.
that.
Do it comedically. Every time Peter goes to move away to do something dramatic, Aunt May grabs him and goes, Peter! Peter. Also, she'll be played by Christopher Lloyd. Peter! Peter!
One more thing, Peter.
Or also
Also-
just
I just want
Zendaya
more
going
Aunt
around
May.
doing stuff.
Yeah.
I left a casserole in the fridge, Peter.
I'm all for more hot Aunt May. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Also back in theaters, and again, it's in this case, it's to make a little more money and to promote something. Andor is the TV show, and they're re-releasing Rogue One back into theaters.
My favorite Star Wars. Yes.
And you're going to get a big preview of the Andor TV series. Rogue One will be re-released in IMAX theaters with an exclusive look at the show, 5 or 6 minutes of the show.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And they're saying it's probably the first 5 or 6 minutes of the show. But yeah, that will be out on I think on this August 26th.
You know,
Why, that's this week.
Yes.
You know?
I might actually go check that out. I love that movie. I know
Yep.
there's 2 people that don't.
Oh, no, they like half
It's
of it.
fine.
I'm
I
gonna
like
give
the
it another
second,
chance.
I like the
It's the
second
best
half of
movie.
it.
I'm gonna
I
watch
like
it
the
again.
second
Everyone
half of it.
dies. No love story, and communications is extremely important. And from a military stance, I love it.
I'm just surprised they went with Cassian Andor and not the mystical gay space uncles, because they would have done a good prequel too.
I would have watched that. Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah,
There's.
I think
they,
they'll. I
just like
bet they make
Marvel,
it.
Yeah,
no
I want
plot holes. They're gonna make it.
I want those two in like the greatest romantic space comedy ever made.
Oh my god.
It's called
It's-
He Has the Eyes of a Friend.
Rogue One has got one of my favorite Star Wars robots in it.
Yeah.
That
He's not
killer
gonna
robot,
Was it
Alan
K2S?
Tudyk.
K2SO?
or something?
K2SO.
Yeah.
And he's not even
That
showing
was-
up till the second season.
That was
Yep.
the part I liked the most about the movie for sure. That robot.
Everyone died. No love story. Perfect movie.
All right. Now here's something else that is headed our way. If you got your Peacock, you'll be able to watch the Continental. It is a
Yes.
it is a
That-
John
Is
Wick.
that Denzel?
Yeah.
I was like that Christopher Walken sketch from SNL.
Oh, now that I would pay to see.
Oh,
Champagne.
I've,
You want
I've
some
been,
champagne?
I've just
Champagne.
been quietly watching you through my periscope.
No, don't leave, don't leave.
That's right. Those are great. Anyway, it's a prequel to the John Wick movies. It's a 3-part special called
Should
The
be an
Continental.
anthology. It should be an anthology.
It is it's 3 parts. So, well, I don't know. Origin story.
It's basically 3 2-hour shows.
Yeah. It's the origin story behind the hotel. It takes place in the 70s, where we meet a young Winston Scott, which was Ian McShane in the movies, but played by Colin Waddell here. And Sharon, Lance Reddick is playing. No, Lance Reddick plays him in the movie. Ayomide Edigan is playing him in the series. It'll show them becoming partners to take over the hotel. So there you go.
And for people in the chat saying that it's flipped, this is actually the image that was released. They're showing him from the outside of the door looking in.
Yeah, see, it's the window of the hotel.
Let him in.
Just a warning, Mel Gibson is there. So just so you know.
Mel Gibson alert.
If that's a deal breaker, I just want to warn you.
Honestly, Kerry, I really appreciate that heads up. Like, honestly, like,
Yeah.
you're a good friend.
Like, I'd want to know if Kevin Spacey was in a movie I was watching, right?
I'll try to give you a problematic heads up when I can.
We had that with that time travel movie last year that I loved more than anything. And Mel Gibson was the bad guy, and I'm like, oh man.
That's why that Christmas movie Fat Man, I love it. I love it so much. But Mel Gibson is the Fat Man, but he does a really good job.
It's true, you know.
Yeah, but you know, it's good to know that you can be a racist, anti-Semite bigot and still have a career in Hollywood.
Hey,
Don't
you
forget
forgot
he's
If you
almost
slap
sexist.
somebody,
I was
but
gonna say,
if you
don't
slap
forget he's a
somebody on
wife
stage-
beater.
Yeah, don't forget he's sexist.
There's so much I forgot, right?
But if you slap the host of the Academy Awards, you're like banned for life. Okay, I'm just kidding.
But Ezra Miller's okay to just have a baby on their farm and let babies chew on bullets.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, babies like bullets, Rebecca.
That baby was teething.
Yeah.
We all
Not
know
anymore.
that
Its head
Not
blew off.
anymore.
you need a certain amount of lead in your body, and bullet chew toys provide that lead quantity.
I have to say too, while we're talking about John Wick stuff, if you like the John Wick movies, you gotta check out The Day Shift on Netflix.
So many people have suggested this movie to me.
I fucking loved it.
Rachel's making me watch it tonight.
Yeah, no, you're
Really?
gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
You will enjoy it.
All right.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I've had it determined that that's what I'm watching tonight.
And now let's turn our eyes to HBO Max and Warner Brothers.
Is this a Gibson alert?
This is Jay. You're not going to be happy with this at all because I know you like Young Justice.
Is it more gentrification? Come on.
No.
I just went through this.
I love Young
Animation.
Justice too.
I also love Young Justice.
Season 5 will not be moving forward. HBO Max from from the beginning they only ordered a single season of the show, but this says there are currently no plans for season 5 now.
Well, they're also cutting anything that's like original animation.
No kidding.
And that's part of the story here is that, this show, it got a lot of critical acclaim, this Young Justice, but it's all part of that. I remember when Disney bought 20th Century Fox and all that, and everybody was so concerned about Disney screwing things up. Well, actually, it turns out that it was HBO, Warner, Discovery. They're the ones who are screwing things up. Apparently, a lot of cartoons have been pulled from HBO Max, and including 200 episodes of Sesame Street.
What?
Yeah,
Something like 38 different shows got pulled.
yeah.
Did
Or
Mel
will be.
Gibson
But
guest host for
why?
a couple seasons? Or
It's
For the money.
It's money saving. They're in trouble apparently, and
I for the Marvel podcast that I'm doing, we kind of talked about this because we were talking about Batgirl, and apparently Discovery took on like $5 billion in debt or something like that when they acquired Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And so they are just chopping left and right in order to save any kind of money.
so they could have just kept being Discovery and not done that, and everything would have been okay.
exactly,
But instead they had to pull a Bain Capital and destroy Toys R Us.
exactly. That seems to be what's going on, and it's affecting a lot of shows, and they're pulling a lot of shows because they don't want to pay residuals, and things like that. So. I just think it's unfortunate what's happening to Warner and HBO Max, which I thought was
eight rich white guys want more money.
yeah. I thought HBO Max was a fine platform. I thought it had a
My
huge
favorites.
movie library and all that.
Yeah.
So.
Right out of the gate, really good content and a very easy to navigate interface.
Yeah.
So that's a shame.
So there you go. And also, Ezra Miller has released a statement this week.
Uh-oh.
I think he could sense that his career and money were evaporating. This is after troubling behavior that has led to charges of harassment and felony burglary, as well as allegations of assault and abuse. Ezra Miller says they are seeking treatment for complex mental health issues. Miller said in a statement sent via his representatives, having recently gone through a time of intense crisis. I just like how he threw crisis in there. I now...
He's like,
I get it.
Yeah.
I decided to fight Hawaii. Okay, come on.
And a baby. That baby had it coming.
He did.
If you go to Hawaii, there was a non-zero chance that you could run into and fight Ezra Miller.
Exactly. Let's go down. I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life. Apparently his mother was called in to talk him down and help him through.
Ezra!
Ezra, we have your mother
Get off
here.
the roof! Ezra!
Put that baby down. I seriously hope they do get the help that they need, because
Yes.
I mean, it is alarming what happens when a person with complex mental health issues gets off their medication or stops seeking treatment, or in some cases comes down with something that maybe they had under control. So
Regarding Ezra Miller fighting the island of Hawaii, S.A. Squires in the chat room, Hawaii knows what it did.
That's right.
I like that. Okay. And before we go to break, we got to raise a glass. Wolfgang Peterson. He is the director of a lot of stuff that we like.
Never-ending Story.
Never-ending Story comes to mind right away. Outbreak.
Das Boot.
Air Force One. Das Boot. Enemy Mine. You remember that?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Also, The Perfect Storm.
That's a great film, too.
In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood and John Malkovich.
Did you say Air Force One yet?
Air Force One, yeah. Troy, Poseidon, he died of death. He was old.
I think I saw Enemy Mine 20 some odd times during the summer it came out at the Valley View Drive-In in West Valley City. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Enemy Mine was Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr., right?
Yep. And then they had a baby.
And they had a baby.
They did.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, sorta.
Well, I just say Enemy Mine says gay rights.
Yes. Shattered with Bob Hoskins. He did that one too. Let's see. Oh, it was pancreatic cancer. Okay.
Oh, so not quite.
How old was he, though?
Trying to find 81. So yeah.
He was old as well.
Yeah.
But to think, I mean, he made Das Boot in his early 40s, and that movie like bored me to death, but won all the Oscars.
Yeah, it won a lot of Oscars, and he pivoted from that kind of thing to these action films and genre films.
I was
So,
like 11 and I thought it was really funny that a movie about a boot won an Academy Award, and it turns out I was wrong because I don't speak German.
Boot.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll find out what you guys are consuming after these messages. We'll be right back.
Back.
Finger guns.
Do you want to raise a break glass to Anne Heche, because that was crazy.
Wow.
That is wild.
That's sad.
I hope
That
she
is
gets
sad.
the help she needs.
She died.
She's
Oh.
dead.
I hope she gets the help she needed.
She's getting helped along. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I
that's
read
too bad.
I read the details of.
That's
I haven't
fucking
read the-
crazy.
I haven't read all the details. I read about the
Yeah.
aftermath, but how did she end up getting there in the first place?
Cocaine.
Cocaine is a hell of a
she
drug.
She was messed up, crashed the car, everything caught on fire, and she was stuck in the car.
Well, she crashed the car once into somebody's garage, left that, and then crashed again into the apartment where she
Yikes.
caught on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to know
Yeah.
how the fuck do you get a Mini Cooper to go that fast?
Yeah, Kerry.
Pills.
You've never ridden in one,
Yeah,
clearly,
Mini
because
Coopers,
they are little cannonballs,
and,
man.
and if that
So-
one, if it's electric, you can just 0 to 60 and nothing.
Also, Shannon, do you think old Leadfoot there would have a Mini Cooper if it didn't
Oh,
go?
that's true.
Yeah.
Kerry, do you have a lead foot?
Oh,
I'm-
Jesus, you guys.
Yes, he
I
does.
also have a lead foot. I have two modes. I have Grandma
Carrie-
or Fast and Furious.
Carrie took me to a toy show in Ogden once, and it took us 7 minutes to get there from downtown Salt Lake.
I drove
And
Carrie.
I swear to God, he just did a U-turn in the parking lot, and me and all my toys flew out and landed in our spot.
I drove Kerry home from a X96 event when I was interning there in his car, and getting on the freeway, he's like, "Go faster."
He's like, "Why are you going so slow, you grandma?"
It's like, okay.
Well,
Must go faster.
and,
Must go
and
faster.
y'all
Must
remember
go
how
faster.
I got us to San Diego Comic-Con in record time.
Yes.
Man, that was amazing.
Yeah, we left at 9 and got there at like 10:30.
9:30.
The day before.
Fact.
The day before. It was time
It was pretty intense. And I'm like
What?
16 hours to LA, and you're like 5. Well,
Such an interesting thing to learn about you, Carrie. I'm so excited.
My Mini is fast, but then I got the electric car.
I was like, "You got a
Oh.
Tesla, don't
Yeah,
you?"
yeah, that's
Yeah.
much faster.
now what I
That
do
is
enjoy though
incredible.
is
People with
You sl-
Teslas, they love to show that off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love to show it off to the assholes in pickup trucks who are tailing me.
Yeah.
I like to. I will purposely slow down if one of those assholes is behind me, and then as soon as they start to get pissed, I like to hit light speed and show them what it can do.
yeah. I mean, I remember when Tokyo Drift came out, and Carrie's like, "Pfft, rookies."
Carrie, could you do us a favor and like just make an audio book of just you telling that Tesla and truck story, because that is erotica for me. I didn't realize how much.
You would be amazed at how often it happens in the Mini, especially though. In the Mini,
God,
these
I
big
love
old
that shit.
F-150 pickup trucks, they try to roll coal on me, and the Mini don't take it. He just, you know.
Yep. So we have a question about Fan X. Should we talk about that when we come back in? Or
I don't have a
Do we
lot of
have any
details, but
information?
Have
Yeah.
anything to do
we'll be
with
there.
we'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller
That's the
won't.
only detail we have.
Here's what you need to know about FanX is that they put things together at the last minute. So
Right.
we talked to the programming committee and said
budget.
we'd love to do a live show. They said, "Great, we'd love to have you." That was the last I heard.
Yeah. And we've
I'm
committed to
pretty-
Saturday of Fan X.
Yeah, we're pretty
Yes.
sure it'll be Saturday.
It will be Saturday if it happens. So
Bring whiskey.
as soon as we know, we'll let you know. And I'm starting to try to figure out in my head how we do all this from there.
Because
And
we
I-
want to do it live for our YouTube people to
It
watch.
will absolutely be audio for sure. That's
Yeah.
easy. It's
Yeah.
it's the visual part that we're working through. So.
Well, because I told them that I needed 106,000 miles of coaxial cable run directly to a satellite, and
That's a lot.
yeah,
Well, in the Salt Palace, you can buy the Wi-Fi. It's not good, and it's real expensive.
Capitalism.
Yeah. So that's the problem that we're running into. We'll try to figure something out. All right, let's finish up. And we're back. All right, who wants to go first? What have you consumed this week?
I'll go first. I don't have a lot.
Okay.
First of all, I just got to say, you She-Hulk haters are idiots.
Oh yeah, get out of town
As
with that.
as the person that owns, as you know, my friends, like over 1,000 pieces of Hulk merchandise and She-Hulk merchandise. Love the comics. Love the character.
You ain't gotta prove yourself, baby.
No. Perfect. I've watched the first episode 4 times. I could watch the training part with her and Bruce probably another 100. Just great, funny.
There was so much in that, and we'll do a deep
So
dive
good.
later.
Yeah.
But
So
there was so much in there that just it was.
don't make the comment that you're wondering if she can carry the show if Bruce isn't on it, because obviously
she had her own show where she was all of the main characters.
she was every character.
Yeah. And she was extremely charming. There's no doubt that she can carry the show.
Yeah, no, she's
And
great.
I have been telling people, I hope you watch the end credits scene and think of me. And thank you to everybody who's been like, yeah, that was you, baby. That was you.
Also, I've never understood how people can watch, like, The Office. You know how, like, some people just watch The Office over and over and over again?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I caught myself. I was like, oh, I'm starting Letterkenny again for the 7th time
There you
last
go.
night.
That's your office.
That is my office. But I did start a new show actually last night. It's called Sprung. It's on Amazon, and it's a new show by Greg Garcia, the guy that made My Name Is Earl and Raising Hope.
Oh, I've heard about
He
this.
has a new show?
Yeah, and what was the other one? The Guest House.
Yes, I watched The Guest House. Yeah.
So this is a show. It stars Garrett Dillahunt.
Love him. Love.
And
So good.
reunited with Martha Plimpton from
No way. This
From,
is like, this is Raising Hope 2.
The perfect
Well,
couple.
no, they're not together at all in this
okay.
one. So it's set in the early days of the pandemic, and Garrett plays a guy who's been in jail for 24 years
No.
for selling weed. Because of like sentencing things back in that day. Well, he gets let out of jail because of COVID, right? And he has nowhere to go. And his cellmate says, "Hey, if you give me the $40 they gave us when we got out, you can come stay with my mom, who is Martha Plimpton." And it is really, it's pretty funny, and it's totally Greg Garcia.
Yes.
Really funny commentary about the early days of the pandemic, and Kerry, you're going to be really excited because coming up in an episode, Mr. Fred Grandy,
Gopher
Gopher,
from Love Boat?
is in 3 episodes playing somebody named Horace Tackleberry. And
I thought he was dead.
no,
Okay.
and it looks like I don't know if it's his wife or his daughter is going to be played by Kate Walsh. It's Paula Tackleberry. If you like Greg Garcia,
Yeah.
Where's this at? How can I watch it?
I found it on Amazon.
Okay.
And it's called what again?
It's called Sprung.
Sprung.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
for
Love
that.
and like-
Raising Hope.
Oh well,
So Raising Hope's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
It's so good.
this
so
is
great.
very like
Does it
it's very
reference
Greg Garcia.
Does it reference the other shows? Because Raising Hope referenced My Name Is Earl.
In
Well,
the first
there's
episode
only-
of Raising Hope, there's a newscast going in a TV in the background that's talking about the end of Raising Earl that we didn't get to see because the show was
My Name Is
canceled.
Earl.
yeah.
Yeah, my
Name
name
is
is Earl. Oh,
There's
it was
only
so good.
There's only 2 episodes out, so I don't know.
Oh dang. Okay.
But man, wouldn't you love it if Ethan Suplee showed up as a
yes.
a jacked Randy from My
That
Name
would
Is
be
Earl?
He needs to. He needs to bring in all of his whole cast of favorites.
Yeah. So if you like his work, you'll like this. So highly
Oh,
suggest.
Egg Foo says the guest book mentioned Earl as well, so it is
That's
in the
true.
same universe.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
all right. Who's next? Jay.
Hey, I haven't been consuming much because I mostly just been resting. But I have been watching Loot. I talked about it
Loot.
before. Loot on
Very
I
funny
started
show.
watching that too.
Oh, I hear that's
with
good.
Maya Rudolph is so good in it. Adam McKay is his classic dickhole. Ron Funches needs more. Put Ron Funches in more things, please, for the
Yes.
love of God. He's so good in this show, and it's like honestly, it's not even really a stretch for him, but really good show, really well done. And then a shout out to Delta for having a lot of Chadwick Boseman movies on the flight. I finally watched 42 and Get On Up, black
Oh.
movies that I should have saw a long time ago.
42 is
but
a good movie.
42 was a good one. 42 was a good. Get On Up was a little bit different. And then for no reason, I decided to watch the 1995 classic Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock in Speed.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go.
It's aged pretty bad. Not like
Really?
just like, cause like oh man, I just want to roast the shit out of this movie because I was just like, what the fuck, like.
Dennis Hopper chewing up the scenery in there.
Right. It's just rewatch it, and you're like, okay, you could see why 10 years ago, 20 years ago, this movie was great, but like now, it's not like it's like out of touch and not woke. It's just watch it, and you're like,
It's just bad.
yeah.
Hey, it's no Speed 2.
Fuck.
That's the boat one, right?
Get on the boat.
You mean the one that Keanu Reeves read the script and went, no. and then all of Hollywood's like, no to you then, sir.
That's
Like,
right.
oh, I'm going to go do Johnny Mnemonic. I'll be back.
No, that's
Johnny
seriously. He
Mnemonic.
got blackballed for not
Not
doing
doing
Speed
Speed
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck?
He did catch some hell for it.
It's a shame his career didn't ever come back.
Well,
Exactly.
it took a while.
Who's next then?
I'll go next.
All right, Tony.
So after listening to last week's episode, I watched some recommendations from last week. Prey, awesome,
So good.
super awesome. And then Woodstock '99, that documentary. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
I
That is
refuse to
just
watch
bonkers.
it.
You guys talked about it last week, so I won't go into any details.
can't
Other
watch
than
it.
to say it is worth your time. It is absolutely crazy.
It's the Yay Capitalism movie.
Oh my goodness.
Yay bro culture movie, because they're
Yeah.
both to blame as far as I'm concerned.
And then just handing out candles.
Oh, the end. Oh my gosh.
What could go wrong?
When they
What
said
could
that,
go wrong?
when they said that, I was just watching the TV and I almost had to pause it just to be like, oh. Let's see. I don't know if we've mentioned this yet, but Reservation Dogs is back, and it
Good
is
show.
awesome.
Good show.
Season 2 is hitting just as good as season 1 did, I think. Let's see. Also wrapped up this week, but I haven't finished it yet. Westworld season 4 has
Oh,
been
yes. I got to finish.
absolutely awesome.
This season has been good. I still got 2 episodes. I got to
Same.
go.
Yeah, same. And
Really
I
good.
highly recommend. If you, for whatever reason, got off the Westworld train, get back on that train.
Well,
season
it-
4 has been
I'll try.
awesome.
It
Yeah,
kind of
I'll
lost
try.
itself in season 3, I think.
Oh, see, I
thought it
feel
was
like it
two.
was season 2 that it
You
lost.
think?
Yeah.
it was-
I-
Well,
it
because
was
I
season 2 it
felt
lost.
That's where I dipped out.
Yeah, I
Yep.
felt like season 2 should have been season 3. I thought they escalated
Yes.
way too quickly.
This season they've righted the boat and they
Yeah.
figured it out, and it's surprises once again.
Season 2 lost me too because it took all season to get to the big reveal, and then all of a sudden it's, twisty
Yeah.
time.
Right.
Now,
So-
season
Yeah.
3 I thought was really good too.
I
I'll have to go
missed
back.
that.
I
That's what it
almost
was.
I almost dipped out at season 2, but I kept with
I've
it.
heard
Season
not-
3 was really good. Season 4 was just has been just awesome.
I've heard not a bad thing about any of the seasons of Westworld, just people who have dropped off.
And that's
But
what-
no
and that's what-
negative reviews ever.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing with season 2. It just didn't live up to season 1, and it was
No.
it was just
But it
not
was
well
good.
paced. It was
Yeah.
still good, but it just wasn't as good
Yeah.
as what came before it. So
Yeah.
I like the
Anyway.
nudity.
I don't
The
think
nudity in that show is so like clinical.
Yeah.
Like it's like watching
Not
an
sexy
anatomy
at all.
film.
It is not
No,
hot.
Right, it's really
Yeah.
not.
Right. No, it's like I'm not attracted to it. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a torso.
So,
Yeah.
so the best
So,
way I can
yeah.
describe the nudity on that show is it's like after you've taken a life drawing class as an artist,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay, well, now that I've seen life drawing, nudities is a different thing. It's like
Yeah.
Yep.
it's staged for TV and movies.
Yeah.
So
And then I watched the latest season of Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix. You guys gotta watch it. It's just
I watched
so good.
I watched
I
the
loved
one
it.
with the siren, and that's amazing.
Yes. Holy
I watched
cow.
it when it first came out, and I binged it, and it was good stuff,
Yeah.
Tony. I'm with you.
Excellent stuff
All right.
right there. And then last but not least, I finished a book. The Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler.
Good book.
Oh man, it's really good.
Read your Octavia Butler, kids.
It'll bum you out like
Yep.
a Cormac McCarthy book, but it's really, really good.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend that one.
Yep.
All right. Who's next? Lee.
Okay, I'm going to try to make this quick because I know a couple of these things are on Rebecca's list as well. But She-Hulk, amazing. And if you're watching it and saying that's not what real life is like, you need to talk to more women. And if they're not talking to you about the things that were brought up in the show that you're disagreeing with, it's because they don't fucking trust you, buddy.
Exactly.
So deal with that. What We Do in the Shadows, The Pine Barrens.
Holy shit, dude. I watched that last night.
Okay, Laszlo.
No spoilers. No spoilers. I
Laszlo
haven't
and
watched this
Nandor.
episode yet.
Laszlo and Nandor take baby Colin Robinson on a hunting trip with their next door neighbor, and that
Awesome.
leaves and that leaves Nadja to have a girls' night at the house. I'm not going to go any farther.
She's like, a sloppy ladies' night.
Oh my God, so amazing! Sandman,
that today.
finished season 1 of Sandman and the bonus episode, which was fantastic. And before I get into the last thing that I watched, I want to talk about my catching up on 22 years of Uncanny X-Men. Finally, hopefully got through all of the Greg Land stuff, because Greg Land is what we call a plagiarist. So let's move past him. We've now moved to, because Greg Land got busted tracing covers of Sports Illustrated and saying that it's Storm. Here's Storm. So it's like, okay, oh yeah,
For real,
You took an African American athlete on a cover of Sports Illustrated, traced over and put some feathers on her outfit, and that's original. Fuck you, Greg Land. Wow. But now I'm in the Terry Dodson, Rachel Dodson art period, and Matt Fraction is writing, and
So good.
Oh, I like him.
it's fantastic. So took a little detour into Pixies, one off in 2008, but I'm almost to the 2010, so I'm super excited about that. And then for homework for Geek Show Spooky Time Club, Rebecca inadvertently suggested that we do a Joe Hill double feature. And so last night I watched the first part. The second part is In the Tall Grass, which I'm watching tonight, but no one else is watching it with me.
Oh my God, because I've seen it already.
Last night,
That short story is bonkers, by the way.
Last
Holy
night,
cow.
I watched a movie that made me tense and uncomfortable for hours afterwards, called The Black Phone.
Oh, I loved it.
Ethan Hawke.
It was very intense.
So it's interesting because I got a take, and I bet you Kerry and Shannon will have the same take. If you want to know what life was like in shit towns in the 70s, that's The Black Phone.
That kid was
That kid was me.
That kid was me. Yes.
I gotta check this out.
So
Yeah.
this movie, the first 20 minutes is this kid getting the shit kicked out of him every morning by the bullies, by the popular kids. And I was talking to my wife and my youngest last night afterwards, and I was like, yeah, I got beat up like that all the fucking time. They're like that bloody? And I was like, yeah. So, I mean, the opening credits are just kids bandaging themselves up. There's a reason why Gen X people are cut a little differently. We were in the wild fucking West. It wasn't Leave It to Beaver, and it wasn't Stranger Things. It was this shit. So it was like live or die. I remember a kid in my junior high school hit another kid in the face so hard that his jaw was irrevocably broken for life.
Jeez.
So
Yeah, that shit happened.
It happened all the time. Great movie, so tense, and anyway.
I heard Ethan Hawke is just amazing in it.
Oh my
Okay,
God, he's so good.
He's amazing, but let me tell you who's amazing. Every fucking kid in this movie is
The
amazing.
kids in this movie
They're all
are
Well,
insane.
you've got Scott Derrickson directing, who knows his horror, and he just paints this wonderfully tense portrait that just, and it's got everything. It's terrific.
I can't wait, Lee, to talk about it on Geek Show Spooky Time Club, because I have so many thoughts about it, because it's based on a Joe Hill short, and so I read the short before I watched
short.
the 20-page short. And I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder how they'll adapt this. And I have so many comments on how they adapted it. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it. We'll have that up later this week. Or next week.
Who's next? Rebecca.
So Black Phone, spooky. I've gotten back into reading comics, and so I've been trying to finish Why the Last Man, because I never finished it. But I also started reading 8 Billion Genies, and I am so curious to know how they will make this a show, because it's got a lot going on. It's kind of insane.
The plot is that everybody on Earth suddenly gets a genie with 3 wishes.
One wish. Everybody gets one wish.
One wish. That's it. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? But it's really interesting, like how they've set up this universe and how to tell this story. I think it's a great book. It's still ongoing, so we don't know how it ends.
And out in theaters, there's an Idris Elba movie where he plays a genie. with Tilda Swinton.
Oh, I
I
saw
didn't see this.
That
And the
movie's
gag-
called Horny Genie
3,000
Movie.
Years of Longing or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
it. 1,000 Years of Longing. The gag in this one is that Tilda Swinton refuses to use her wishes, and so the genie has to just hang out and talk to
So
her.
like
Not
you
like
have a magic,
Nandor.
you have like a magic lamp where Idris Elba just shows up and hangs out at your house. Are you gonna use the wishes to get rid
I
of
wouldn't
him?
wish him away at all. I already got my wish by rubbing the lamp.
He's so, it's like the opposite of Nandor, huh?
No, Tilda Swinton's whole take is, no, I've seen what happens to people who make these wishes. It always goes bad. I'm not going to do that.
That's what's really fascinating about 8 Billion Genies is you as it goes on, because it tells that over the court. Right now, I think they're on like 8 months in, and not everybody has made their wish yet, and so you do see that like how people choose to use their wishes. Super fascinating stuff.
You got to have a Guillermo if you're going to make a wish. That's all I'm going to say.
That's
help
why.
you figure
That's
out
because
the-
my
yeah.
my husband is like that at home, so I have to phrase things very specifically when I want something done, because he'll just like goof around. Anyway, Harley Quinn on HBO Max. I super hope they do not get rid of that, because I'm
No,
good.
it's saved. It's saved.
Good, 'cause
okay.
it is
I'm
amazing.
a week behind, but there's an episode with Bruce and Selena that
So good.
does something that I died laughing. It's just
Oh,
so
it's
funny.
this season is hilarious.
I just love that, like, Batman is such a boob.
He's such a I don't want to spoil it, but God, he just does this
And-
thing.
Yeah, and Diedrich Bader is a great voice for Batman in this one, because he can convey that doofusy kind of thing that
God, it's just so good. Yeah, and Harley Quinn. If you're not watching Harley Quinn on HBO, I don't know what to tell you.
I saw Diedrich Bader on what is it, the Pyramid game show?
$1,000 Pyramid.
Yeah,
$1,000
and he's like,
Pyramid.
"So you're the voice of Batman now? How did you prepare for that?" He goes, "Well, first I just went out and I started fighting crime, and I got a cowl, and
All right. Yeah, my list mirrors a lot of y'all's. Harley Quinn, Black Phone, What We Do in the Shadows, She-Hulk,
Speed.
Speed. Continuing with The Resort on Peacock. Watch it. It's good. Resident Alien is back, and it's better. It's so good. And then the shows that I'm really... the show that I'm really recommending this week is Paper Girls.
Oh, yeah.
And that's on Amazon. And it's
Great,
just...
great comic too.
It is, and it's just when you think that show will go a certain direction, it does not.
Yep.
It is not afraid to do the things that need to be done.
It's gonna zig. And then
yeah.
it zags.
And then there's all the stuff happening, and then there's a whole episode where nothing happens, and it's just character exposition, and we learn more about these kids and their parents and all of that stuff. So it's just great. The one I'm not sure on is it was a 2-part documentary. It was about Manti Te'o, the football player.
I keep hearing about this. I woke up and Twitter was talking all about
Yeah,
Black Twitter
this
especially.
actually happened. It was this kid, Hawaiian, Manti Te'o, who was just shaping up to be one of the greatest football players ever. I mean, this kid had everything. And I'm not going to go into the details, because if you don't know the story, it goes places that you don't expect it to go. I mean, it's in the news. You can look it up. But something happens to him, and the public blames him for it. And really, it's just about a naive kid who got taken in. And
What's this on?
it's on Netflix. And it's
Media owes him a massive apology.
yeah, it's just an interesting little story. You'll be fascinated by it. So go and check that out. All right, games. Tony, everyone is talking about the Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah, they are.
I seriously, that's all I hear about is this game.
It's one of those indie darling games that just hits hard, and everyone just talks about it a lot because it's unique and it's fun. It's not really up my alley for the games that I like, but I can see what it does and why people are liking it so much.
It's like Star Citizen, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Except it came out.
it's
oh snap!
Burn.
It's okay. So here's the plot: is that you are a cult leader, and you need to find ways to build your cult. But you're an adorable cartoon lamb, and
Right.
your cult followers are adorable cartoon animals, and
That just hits too close to home for me.
Is this Animal Crossing?
it's
No.
Animal Crossing if you're a cult leader.
But there's a
Right.
lot of isn't there a lot of killing and stuff?
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
You can choose what kind of cult leader you want to be.
Yeah.
You can be the benevolent cult leader, or
Like me.
you can be the bad cult leader, and the game rewards you for it.
Gives you
kind
choices.
of. Yes.
Do you order tracksuits? What kind of shoes they wearing?
Well, they're little animals, so they're not.
I just want to be in charge of merch.
I mean, so the question becomes: do you sacrifice some of your followers on an altar to get some points,
Yeah.
or are you benevolent?
Yeah.
And if you're benevolent, your followers won't fear you, and if they don't fear and respect you, then that's a problem. And
Then they don't follow you.
yeah.
Followers want to be on a guest list.
They all
What kind
want
of
to be on the
sneaks
guest
is everybody
list.
wearing?
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Let's see. So also coming out this week.
This is a fake game. Which one's
Yeah,
real or
here we
fake?
go. This is
Yeah, that's
I
my
got it.
favorite part.
I got.
Is it fakey or
some.
true?
Fake or true? Midnight Flight Express.
True.
True.
That's
Fake.
true. No, that's true. Saints Row.
Fake.
True.
That's true.
No, that's a true one. That one's actually I'm looking forward to that one as well. Saints Row is basically a reboot of the Saints Row games. That's why it doesn't have a number or anything after it this time.
It's the game that invented the dildo cannon.
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
they're rebooting the
good
game
canon.
that had like the giant purple dildo that you could slap people with on the street, or the boombox gun that make people dance until they explode.
But keep in mind, you could do all this as the president of the United States.
Well, naturally, those are in the old games, though. I don't think you'd be playing that as the president in the new reboot. But let's see, we got Islets,
Islet.
Islets,
How are you spelling this?
Islets.
Real.
Islets.
Fake.
It's real.
Oh man, I'll never get
I
this
don't
You
right.
had to
know what
spell
that
it.
one
It's
is.
got to
Never
be
heard of it.
real.
Why? That
Yeah, you
depends
saw
on
how
dedication
long-
to the bit. It depends on dedication to the bit, but I don't think Tony's that dedicated to the bit.
You saw how long it took me to spell quad earlier. There's no way I could.
A name that's his literal Twitter handle.
I know it's hard.
Yeah, but Megan wrote it for him.
Spell this out for me, baby.
Are you Leah Michelle? Are you like Leah Michelle and you can't read?
I don't think so.
I'll tell you about it after the show.
Okay. AVA Global.
Fake.
Real.
No, that's real. I don't know what that is.
Oh, damn it.
I was
bad
a
at
teenage
this.
exocolonist.
Fake.
No.
Fake. Fake.
No.
No,
that's
that's real.
A
real.
teenage
Sorry.
exocolonist.
Y'all don't know about Teenage Exo Colonizer? That shit is that's
Yep.
Yeah, my wife told me not to play any more colonizer games.
Yep.
good.
Let's see. Like No Other.
Fake.
Real.
Real. That's
Damn
a real
it.
game. All right, we got Pac-Man World Repack.
Real.
That's real. Yep.
Fake.
They're making more Pac-Man games still.
Well, they got to get ready for the goddamn movie.
The movie,
I'm
right?
telling you, I'm almost as good at this game as I am at real games.
All right, Body Hackers 2.
Fake.
Lee, you just been saying fake every time.
I know, right?
But in this case, you're correct.
Ah,
He tried to trick us by making
got
it a
one.
sequel. He tried
You
to trick
got
us.
one. Yeah.
Okay,
Smart.
No, that's pretty good. That's good.
Soul Hackers 2.
Fake.
Fake.
Real. That one's real.
well, there's only one fake one, you guys.
Oh.
No. I said I'm going to have more than one fake one.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
this time? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Something called Overloop.
Fake.
Fake.
Nope, that's a real one.
Damn it.
No.
Yeah, well. The Company Man.
Real.
That
That's
one's real.
fake. I know the way he said it.
No, that one's
That was
real.
real.
All right, whatever.
Car Mechanic Simulator 3.
Fake.
Oh,
That's
I
fucking
want it to be
faker.
real.
Fake.
You're
It's
fakey
real.
boy.
It's real.
Fake.
I want it to be real.
They haven't made a sequel to the first Car Mechanic
That's
Simulator
what I
yet.
thought. I was like, wait a minute. I know my car mechanic games. You guys want to change this air filter for $85?
$85? Yeah. Any takers? And last but not least, Nexomon plus Nexomon Extinction Complete Collection.
Real.
Real.
I hope to God that's fake. Oh man.
That's too many words for me
And
to
what's
make
weird
up in a
is
row.
it's a-
Come on.
And what's weird is it's a
Rebecca,
what's weird is it's a high school dating sim.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't really make any sense.
What's the game where it's like the
That's
lawyer?
that's the end.
And he,
That's the end.
Ace
Ace Attorney.
Attorney. That's a
Yeah.
lawyer game.
that's such a weird genre.
Mike should play that. All right. I think we're good. Mr. B, if you would, please.
Well, guys, the ham wouldn't take his shot, so I think we're going to have to recast him.
Oh man. All right, I got my prop for picture.
Oh yeah, picture time.
This I was a teenage exocolonist actually looks really fun. Like I might get it.
What's it about?
You spend your teenage years on an alien planet in this narrative deck-building RPG with a time loop twist. Explore, grow up, and fall in love over and over and over. The choices you make and skills you master over 10 years will determine the course of your life and the survival of your colony.
Well,
Sounds
that's not real.
interesting.
It looks kind of cool.
All right. Noise.
Look,
Okay, picture time.
It's got Han Solo and Princess Leia and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Chewbacca, and it's got lights and sounds.
Chewy. All right, 3, 2, 1. What's going on here? Did it work?
What's going on?
It did work. Hooray!
So I don't know if you guys saw the story of my wife accidentally finding the clown puppet that I've hidden in a closet
Yeah.
in our house for a year.
Yeah. How'd that go?
How'd that go?
There are episodes of Brady Bunch with more twists and turns. I think it was one of the best practical jokes I've ever done because it took 10 months to play out. But also, I forgot that she's deathly afraid of puppets.
Forgot.
No, I thought she was afraid of like ventriloquist puppets, not just puppets, right?
So how was? Dang, I wish you could have recorded this reaction because it sounds like it was
Well,
probably pretty spectacular.
So he's right back here. There he is. See him? Here's Crinkles the puppet. He's hiding behind that curtain. And he's been there since last October. But Rachel comes in and she likes to fuss around with my plants because sometimes I forget to take the dead leaves off. And so every time I'm like, oh, you don't want to mess around with the leaves because I'll do it. It makes me feel bad. And really, that's just my cover for her not finding Crinkles. But she really wanted to find a book. So I'm sitting in here minding my own business. And all of a sudden, she's back there going through the books. And I'm like, oh, shit, this is the moment. This is the moment.
Go.
She opens the thing and she goes, what's this? What the fuck is this? No. So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, my youngest and I were both in quite a bit of trouble for about an hour because it was a collaborative prank.
So you sold out your youngest, is what you're saying? It wasn't just me.
No. I tried to protect the youngest because Rachel's original thought was that I had secretly bought a creepy clown puppet from the 60s to give to Molly, but it turns out that wasn't really what had happened. Molly had been with Rachel and seen the creepy clown puppet. Rachel forbid it coming home, and so Molly came home and said, Dad, let's go get this puppet. So, anyway, Crinkles.
I love
Crinkles is great. I kind of need to restore him, but I'm afraid if I do that, the ritual will be complete and he'll
I
start
was like, his
murdering
power
again.
will come back
Don't
if you
do it. Yeah,
Right.
don't do it.
Right. All right.
All right, good game, everybody.
Yeah, we got
Thanks for tuning
we
in.
got other content to record.
We're gonna do some Patreon stuff.
Yeah. We
Oh, just real quick for everybody. The conspiracy theory is Leah Michelle cannot read, and she's in on the joke. And I will just say, she has yet to prove that she can read. That's all I'm saying.
She's just leaning into it in the hopes that people will think it's a joke.
So an accusation has been made, and because she has not countered to that accusation, it must be true.
She released a video reading from a children's book, and everyone was like, "Oh no, she can read." But if you watch it, her hair is covering her ear. Girl's got an earpiece in.
That's the only answer.
That's nice.
It's the only answer.
Is Leah Michelle the one from
Glee.
Glee. Okay. Yeah.
Glee, and she's the one at the center of all of this funny girl on Broadway business, which that's a whole other topic I'll talk about some
We'll do a
other
deep
time.
dive on that. How about that?
We'll do a deep dive on the Beanie Feldstein, Leah Michelle funny girl conspiracy.
Oh boy.
For Geek Show Broadway, which is coming your on our one of our channels, it'll be.
Broadway conspiracy theories.
Well, we're kind of like the One Ring. We only have one channel. There's just a lot of leather channels underneath it that
Leather
bound
channels?
together. Leather channels, yes, lots of leather channels. Sorry, my accent creeps in every once in a while.
All right. Well, thank you all, Chet.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.